back to My Room, My Way, perfect full of podcasts have every single morning. I'm your host, Max, and let's get started with today's stories. So, today is a very important, special day in My Room, My Way history of the podcast. So, first, we do have an announcement, so I will put in the comment section below if you want to skip my announcement. But stay here. I will recommend you stay here because this is very important. So, I am very excited since I have gotten my first interview with not someone popular like Donald Trump, but with an ordinary American, but a very special ordinary American, a conspiracy theorist. Now, you probably never heard of her, but it's a couple coming on to the show soon. I'm very excited. Once I have more information, I will spread the date. This is very, very exciting for me because she's a conspiracy theorist and a good Trump supporter and a good friend of mine. It'll be very, very important. It will be very, very interesting, very cool to see this. We'll talk about conspiracy theories, about basic stuff, about why is our nation going down the wrong way, can we save our nation? And plus with that, I'm introducing a new segment, the Conspiracy Corner. Now, here at My Room, My Way, I always want to bring you straight facts, no cap. So I'm going to say straight facts, no cap. But conspiracy theories is something that does interest me. Sometimes conspiracy theories right now are leading to the answers. So today will be our first conspiracy corner. And then we'll be at the very end once we get past the main story, which the main story today is about LGBTQ plus, the Pride Month right now. We got some important stuff about that, plus just more politicians being woke, more politicians just being absolutely stupid. So let's get into today. So, if you watched the last episode, we were talking greatly about Joe Biden, the White House, the dictators, the elites, had this show that Pride is back in the White House because it is June, we must virtue signal. Ukraine's out here, gun control's out here, it's now Pride Month, we all must be gay. So with the wake of this, we have quite a bit of other stuff, like first off, May 31st, Matt Walsh released his famous film, What is a Woman? Asking a very simple question, but confuses a lot of people nowadays due to just how stupid people have come. What is a Woman is a pretty good documentary. I have not watched it yet. From people who have watched it, I've heard it's amazing. I would recommend that you watch it, and when I watch it, I will do a episode on it. I've heard it's amazing. I heard it's hilarious, but unintentionally hilarious. It's supposed to be a very serious topic, but for conservatives like us, it's a great thing to laugh at because you're literally laughing at stupidity. And it's the easiest thing to laugh at. I know he did interviews with multiple people. He went all the way to Africa to get the answer. But I won't spoil it. Although I haven't seen it, I've only seen clips of it. We all have. So let's get ready to talk more about the Pride. So, just in the wake of that, also, is Leah Thomas. Now, for those who don't know who Leah Thomas is, it's a pretty interesting story. So, Leah Thomas is a teenager male. A male, not a female, if you're sorting this. But he said that when he was a male, he would place a pretty good swimmer, but he would place 300th place in high school finalists. Nothing good. Then he transitioned to the female, becoming the Leah Thomas we know. And then he, placed and destroyed top competitors in the female swimming championship. This has a massive uproar. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it. And it's bringing us back to the question of what is a woman? What is a man? What is gender? What is sex? Can a male become a female? Can a female become a male? Etc., etc. So I'm here to share my opinion on it and using basic biology and science. Get destroyed by the facts, people. A male has XY chromosomes. That's how we can tell they're a male. There's other physical features, but really it's just straight down chromosomes, XY. Females are two X's chromosomes. That makes them a female. Again, physical appearance. They're more attractive. But stuff like that is simple. XYXX. This determines what gender you are. Now, it could go down a hotter slew where people are just like, well, I'm dreamsexual, I'm bisexual, I'm pansexual, I'm a demisexual. And let's just say this. I've heard there's 790, about 800 genders out there. So 798 of those are mental disorders, and then 2 are actually real. Except for one of them is also kind of a mental disorder called female. Anyway, so basically it's just basic science. You're either a male, you're a female. You can't identify as a doll, you can't identify as a leaf, you can't identify as a dog. I'm not joking. Have you ever heard of furries? People who think they're animals and act like animals. Our nation screwed up people. So basically, this is basically the catch you need get. Male and female. That's it. And between male and female, you can't transition. You can't. You're there and you're there. If you can't win your basketball tournament because you're a female, you just can't become Shaq. You just can't. You can't be like, well, now I'm black, and now I'm Shaq. Now I'm 6'4". Now I can be a good basketball player before I joined the Celtics. So it's simple like that, because I think it was Ben Shapiro famously destroyed a leftist in one instance. I don't have the exact quote, but I'm just framing it along the lines of, he said, okay, so you can transition genders, right? Woman says yes. And he says, well, if I'm 6, can I become a 25-year-old? And she says, no. And then he asks, is it because age is just more important than the age? Age determines a lot. Gender determines a lot. And the woman gets absolutely destroyed and can't answer it because it's simple. People don't value sex anymore. People don't value the gender anymore. But we still value age, because age can determine a lot. Can you drink? Can you shoot? Can you own a weapon? Can you not own a weapon? Can you drive? Can you make practical decisions for yourselves? As gender, nowadays, is the line on a sheet of paper you have to fill out for a job. Are you female, male, or none? Oh, well, you see, I identify as a dog. It's just a simple thing that no one passes through their head. So, at the end of the day, just remember this. You're either a male, you're either a female, no interchange. Rest 798 are just mental disorders. Now, one last story for today. I wish I figured out how to show you guys these memes, but I was looking through Instagram, and there were a lot of hilarious memes. So, earlier, about noon of Saturday, day I'm filming this, look in description below, find out date. So, Joe Biden is on a biking trip with his wife in Delaware. Now, I don't want to blame Biden. I do blame Biden a lot, but this was actually quite cute in my opinion. The guy made me want to just go on his bicycle. One time he's free from his handlers. But anyway, he stops and he falls over on his bicycle. I should be laughing at it because it's very sad. Hopefully Joe Biden's not hurt. I would never wish harm upon our human, but hopefully he's not hurt. Hopefully he's okay. But the memes from this is hilarious because the left cannot meme. Is that right, Guy Benson? So basically, Joe Rogan, although I don't really agree with Joe Rogan on multiple things, because Joe Rogan's a Bernie bro. He would be an absolute idiot to support communism, but basically, Joe Rogan made a hilarious meme, and it shows his famous microphone position asking someone his arm around the fallen Joe Biden. Look for the memes, probably everywhere now. It was quite hilarious. Now, into the last portion of today's episode, Conspiracy Corner. If you've not heard it already by now, we actually have, sadly, a missing person who's not been found. Daniel Grimes. Now, my condolences go out to the family. It's a very sad situation. I don't want anyone to take this in the wrong way. And I'll just share some information if you know anything. He's 19 years old, last seen in Montello, Nevada. He lives in Lucien, Utah, very small town. He's a farmer rancher. He was last called his grandmother, transporting a grain truck into a workshop, and he did a 5-mile walk in between where he lives and the workshop. His boots were left in the middle centerpiece of it. That's the only sign we have of him now, and sadly due to a rainstorm, it's the desert. A lot of evidence has washed away. He was last seen May 28th, around noon, I believe. He was last seen May 28th in Martel, Nevada. A lot more information online. If you know anything about it, just try to find the right authorities to bring it out. It's turned into a criminal investigation with the FBI, so hopefully we'll receive news soon. Hopefully he's not dead, but my condolences goes out to the family. Now let me make a conspiracy. Although there is some evidence that it was possibly foul play by people, where a person got angry at him. A lot of squatters lived nearby his farm, and he employed the squatters, and he fired one, and it's believed that he kind of got a little pissed and possibly took Daniel Grounds. But let's talk about one thing also. Pentagon just recently confirmed aliens are real. Not aliens, UFOs. But make 2 and 2 UFO aliens, because they've also confirmed this is not a Russian, China, Indian, no other nations aircraft technology. This is out of this world technology, pun intended. But so basically, let's just say it was aliens. And in the area of Utah, because I did a lot of research, there's been alien sightings, strange lights in the sky. A lot of sightings around Nevada, Martello, Nevada, I think it's Warsaw, Utah, and then Lucien, Utah. And also, in the town south of where his farm was, there's a United States Air Force base. You get the hint here? So, basically, let's connect 2 and 2, or 4 and 4 in this case, together. Maybe Daniel Grounds was abducted by aliens. There was a lot of evidence laid in place to prove this claim that he was abducted by aliens. And now, don't go out there calling me crazy and stuff like that. I'm being serious here. If you guys listen to my previous episodes, you can obviously see how smart I am. So it's not me being a stupid idiot. I'm being serious here. Maybe he was abducted by aliens. There's a lot we don't know. We've only been to the moon, supposedly. We've only been in the stars. We've only pictured the galaxy. How much else do we not know that's out there? There's thousands of galaxies. There's trillions of stars. There's billions, trillions of planets. There must be life on one planet. There's no way that us 8 billion here are the only ones. There must be life somewhere else. Maybe the life wants to harm us. Maybe the life wants to research us. Maybe the life wants to be friends with us. Maybe the friends abducted Daniel Grounds to figure out more stuff about us humans. It's a high possibility, and again, no one take this as I'm discrediting him. I'm peeing on their grave. I'm peeing on this sad event. I feel very concerned, and there's really no evidence. So sometimes you have to find evidence. Sometimes you have to just straw strings together from halfway across the board. So at this point, I will say, I personally believe Daniel Brown was abducted by aliens. Daniel Brown was abducted by aliens. You just don't leave your boots halfway between a walkway. They're just there, and that's the last remnants of him. His phone's missing, his wallet's missing, and if you look more in the report, Daniel Grounds was a very habitual creature. He did not break his habit, so he's not out in town partying with friends. He's not driving around. I'm pretty sure he's not dead. The man has a lot of weapons, and all of his weapons are there. If he was dead, they would have probably taken his. If he was dead or harmed, they would probably take his weapons so he couldn't protect himself. And they're still there. But they did lock his truck. He never ever locks his truck. He never ever locks the gate. He doesn't do a lot of things. That happened at the scene. So it was either the people that we think abducted him did that stuff, or a higher power, aliens, set those key notes there so he couldn't escape their abduction. It's a high possibility. I want people out there to take me serious, actually, about this reason, though. So, if you know anything about Daniel Brown's whereabouts, please Google the right authorities. Please find the right authorities to report this to. It's a matter of urgency. I want a 19-year-old kid to survive today, okay? I want him to pursue his dreams to be a rancher and farmer, because if you know normal gaming and 29p content here, I love farming, I love ranching. I want these people to live out their lives. But that's all I have for you guys today. This was Max. This was My World, My Way. Cutting out.